He said it's going to be fun to watch. Just the way he prepares. Like I said, man, he just like he's well above his age. You know, he plays so good. Like don't make mistakes. He's just not gonna throw the ball away. He's just gonna eat it or just take the sack. Like I said, he's well above his age.
How do you guys get past? You have this problem in the first couple of series of the game, getting the rhythm, getting all that going. How do you guys work on this week? You have the same problem this week. How do you guys get that done?
I don't believe there's going to be a problem with playing the number 2 team in the country. If you're not going to get hyped for that team, you don't even come to Auburn. It's going to be a great challenge for us. We're ready for it.
It's a little tough emotionally coming off last week.
Yeah, it was a heartbreaker, man. It was one of the toughest things I had to swallow in a while. Just having it so close in our hands and just letting it slip away in overtime. But you're gonna have to deal with it. It's the game. You have to deal with it and move on.
Did you carry it with you through the week? I mean, even in this game a little bit?
I still carry it with it just to push me even more. Just to make me feel that feeling no more. And then we're gonna have a great opportunity rolling into Auburn. They're gonna be the number 1, number 2 team in the nation. We got a chance to put rain on their parade. So.
I would say, what do you tell yourself about what you guys can still salvage out of this year?
Oh man, let's finish out this season strong, man. Let's playing 2 ranked opponents with Auburn and Georgia Tech, and just making a statement.
If you were not playing for Georgia, you were on the outside. Georgia's going into Auburn. What would you think about the game in terms of?
A lot of people are probably going to favor them. But it's just talk. So we gonna just take that and. We're going to go out there and do the best we can, and hope we come out with a win.
Do you think you have a legitimate chance to win?
Yeah, big time. I know we got a chance. I feel like they didn't face nobody of me and Aaron caliber in our offense and our defense. And we're going to really show them, and we're going to be ready.
It shocked some people.
Yeah. We're going to shock a lot of people.
I mean, we'll go back and watch the film. I know especially in that first quarter, me personally, I had a lot of errant throws that weren't where I wanted to be. So, I still go back, watch the film, and figure out what I was doing wrong when it came to that first quarter, and a couple of things here and there. So, I mean, there's always something to learn, always something to continue working on, and you learn from it and work on it in practice, and try to get better for Auburn next week.
You mentioned Auburn a couple times. How much does that have a chance to really set a different tone for this season for you?
I think it can be huge for us. They're going to be ranked 1 or 2 in the nation. It's going to be exciting. We're ready for the challenge. I don't think we've beat a ranked team all year. So I mean that's one of our goals is to beat the last 2 games of the year against 2 teams that have winning records. So got to start off next week with winning versus them. But we're excited. We're ready for the challenge, and we'll get it cranking.
It was nice to shake off that little rough start for the whole team, and then you guys obviously.
Oh yeah, it was. It wasn't the first few series weren't going as smoothly as we liked them to, but we shook it off, and we battled like we always do. We always figure out ways to continue fighting, and we did, and ended up putting 35 points on the board in the second quarter, so that's huge.
But these games tough with early start at a team that a lot of folks don't know much about, cold weather, all that stuff. I mean, coming off Florida.
I don't think it was. No excuses for a slow start. We just want to execute it like we needed to that first quarter. So,
Aaron, looking ahead to next week with Auburn, you could make the argument that they really haven't faced an elite quarterback all season long. Is this something you guys are looking forward to next week? As obviously leading this offense, are you looking forward to take a shot at that suspect pass defense?
Oh, we're definitely excited. We're definitely up to the challenge. It'll definitely be. Definitely make our season a little brighter. It's been up and down, so we're looking. Like I said, we're looking forward to a challenge. They'll be number 1 or 2 team in the nation, and big time game. So we're ready to step up to the challenge, and we just got to have a good week of practice. I think we'll be ready.
How much early on in the season, getting these games out of the way on the road, playing at South Carolina, playing at Kentucky, playing out in Colorado, how much of that experience on the road is that going to carry forward going into a rough environment like Auburn?
Oh, it definitely helps out a lot. The more comfortable you get dealing with crowd noise, with the more practice with communication between your receivers, your running backs, and your offensive line, the better you get at, the more chances you get. So I felt like we've had our tough road games. We've been put into some pretty hostile environments. I thought we've dealt with them pretty well. So I think we'll be even better this time around.
Coming up the last last week. What do you tell yourself in terms of what you can salvage out of the season?
We can still salvage a lot. I mean, you win the last 2 games. You put yourself in a good shot to get a pretty good bowl game, especially with the teams we have left on our schedule. I mean, those are 2 big games right there, and we win them. That's 2 big wins. So that could definitely help with getting to a pretty good bowl game, and that's our goal right now. Is win 4 games. We got 1 out of the way, and we got to win 3 more now.
Do you expect to be a significant underdog next week?
Oh, definitely. Definitely gonna be an underdog, and we just gotta be hungry and ready for the fight and have a good week of practice.
Can you talk about, I know last week you came out with some nerves. This week you didn't have the best first quarter either. What was kind of going out there early today?
Just wasn't making the passes. I mean, they were there, and I was going to the right guys. Just wasn't as accurate as I like to be. But you just got to shake it off. And I thought as an offense we had a great. We were doing great first quarter, and we were driving, just weren't completing, finishing the drives off. In the second quarter, we were clicking on all cylinders, and ended up putting 35 points on. And we ended up 55 points. So it was a great all-around effort. Defense gave us great field position. They got some points for themselves too. So it was a great game.
Thanks, Aaron.
Auburn and Georgia's Deep South's oldest rivalry. The coaches mentioned it all that a win next week would even the overall series between the 2 teams.
We haven't talked about it. I mean, we were focused this week on Idaho State, so they'll probably give us little numbers here and there, but we can't worry about that. We can only worry about the present and what we can do this Saturday to beat them.
In the game, they were obviously scared of our pressure and our rush, so there was a lot of quick passes as well. Don't try to do something that can't get done. So we played more coverage and tried to take away the slants and the quicks. And our DBs did a good job of understanding, reading the eyes, breaking on the throws, and in turn, we didn't necessarily get the turnover. Didn't get the sacks, but we got the turnovers, and that's the most important thing. Because if you get turnovers, you win ball games.
With a guy like Newton, is there any additional preparation with tackling that you do to try to?
Well, we tackle every week, and we're going to do open field tackling. Obviously, it'll be a point of emphasis because he's such a big guy. He's talented, and we're going to have to get more than one guy to the ball, because that's the thing when you miss tackles. If you got guys running to the ball, they don't show up. Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Get ready for next week.
All right. Thanks. What you got? I don't know. Hey, you're like, you didn't have an answer, man. Usually you got something going on.
Sorry, you're in a good mood. How do y'all talk about that? That's what I got. That was a real good one.
Games like this.
How do y'all stop them in order to win next week?
Who's that?
Newton.
Nobody's really. We're working on that right now. Nobody stopped him, really. Nobody stopped their offense. They're putting up big numbers. They're putting up a lot of points. They got a good scheme. They got good players. We're going to have to play really well, and we're going to have to fly around.
Have you thought about who mimics him in practice? Maybe a D lineman or something?
Maybe we can. I'm not sure yet, to be honest with you, on that one. That's going to be a good one, man.
Talk a little about coming back from last week. Such a heartbreaker. One of the cover of our magazine this week was you walking off the field after we got beat. You could just see it in your eyes. How do you come back from that, and how does this win maybe push you forward as you get ready for Auburn?
Just basically, as a competitor, you can't just sit there and dwell on one loss. After you lose a ball game, it hurts. But and things like that. But you have to move on, because you always get an opportunity to play football again the next week and erase everything. So you can't sit and dwell on stuff. You just have to keep pushing and move forward.
Talk about the challenge of facing that Auburn offense. It's posting over 50 points. Cam Newton, they seem to be on fire at Jordan Hare. Talk about going into that stadium and gets made the #1 team in the nation, the big rivalry. How are you preparing for it?
Basically just have to go out and prepare well throughout the week. It's going to be a big challenge. They have a high-powered offense. They have a great quarterback in Cam Newton, and we're just going to have to prepare throughout the week and just get ready for Saturday.
I know other people have asked you this already, but with 2 of the Georgia's 3 big historical rivals still out there, haven't played them yet, what does this team think they can salvage from this season?
Just basically just knowing that we finished strong and we were able to finish up and hopefully get a bowl game and just go to a bowl game and just finish up the season strong.